am excited that you're here with me today. I am setting up for our spooky afternoon tea. I have an afternoon tea with my grandchildren each year as a bit of a celebration of Halloween. Halloween isn't huge here in Australia, but it is starting to grow in popularity, probably over the last sort of 10 years or so. And one of the things that I thought would be fun to do with my grandchildren every year was to host a party. And that way they get to dress up all spooky, and then they can play a few games, have a bit of afternoon tea, and be ready for their trick-and-treating, which is normally the following weekend or one day the following week. So to set up for this year's afternoon tea, I am going to be using one of our new products, which I'm very excited about. It's a pink flocked Christmas tree, and it's pre-lit and it's absolutely gorgeous. And we've got a wreath and a garland that go with it. So I'm going to set my Halloween tree up over there. I'm actually going to drop a black curtain behind it, and I'll probably add some more black curtaining around in this Alfresco area here. Because I'm just doing it for the one weekend, I'm just going to do my decorating in the Alfresco area, and I'll also do it around our front door. So when the kids do come trick-and-treating in a couple of weeks' time, I've got a really fun sort of entrance for them as well. So sit back and relax and join me as I decorate our Alfresco area for our spooky afternoon tea. My trees with the tree topper, and for this particular one I am going to use this pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern in the white, and I also want to put some sprays up behind it. But these sprays are not doing it for me. I am definitely looking to add a bit of orange, so these are heading downstairs for a quick spray paint, and once they're dry we'll incorporate them into the tree topper and probably have a few also throughout the tree. Really great way to add a bit of colour very easily is to make some clusters of baubles. Obviously for Halloween I'm using purple and green, 2 different sizes and 2 different finishes. I'm just going to pop those in, particularly where the ribbon sort of recedes back into the tree. So I've got all the baubles on. I've done the clusters of the purple and the green throughout. And then I went into my Christmas stash to look for a few more things. It's actually surprising how many Christmas decorations you can use for a Halloween tree. I found these poinsettias, which I know are traditionally Christmas, but I felt with the black glitter and also this sort of shape leaf, it's really got a bat-wing look, so I think I can get away with those. And I also found these candy cane picks. We brought these in last year as part of our peppermint collection, I think, and I'm pretty sure we've still got some on the website. We've got them in pink and mint, and I felt that if I used this with the clusters, wherever I had a bauble cluster, that would add a bit of texture and just give it that sort of real whimsical look that I'm looking for. So I'm going to put these in now. So the final thing that I'm going to put on the tree are these balls that I've made. I've got a craft article on our blog, thechristmascart.com.au. I'll link it below. Very simple. You just cut the material out and then wedge it through on the polystyrene ball, hot glue a bit of braid, and away you go. Of course, the great thing is that if you make them yourself, you can make them any colour and any materials that you like. So I obviously chose that Harlequin pattern because it goes with the ribbon that I've used as well, and also I've also used the purple and the pink. So I'm going to put a few of these through the tree and step back, and I think that might be it. So time to get started on the mantle. I'm going to use the matching pink flocked garland that goes with the tree, and then I'll also hang the wreath that goes with the whole set above there as well. I'll decorate the garland and the wreath in many of the same elements that I've used on the tree, but with probably just a couple of different things just to give them their own personality. But definitely I'd like to make them all coordinate. So in my Halloween tubs, I found this deco mesh. I've just got 8 pieces, I think, of each colour, and I'm going to put that through the garland. I think that'll be just the right touch to take the purple and the orange onto the pink. So it doesn't look quite as fabulous as it did when it first came off the roll, but for the purpose of adding a bit of colour, I think it'll work just fine. So I'll start, I've got 5 pieces of the purple, so I'll start in the middle and then just go out to each side. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of the ribbon. I will just do, I think, just one bow in the middle and then take a few loops out to each side. And then I'll probably just add a few baubles and then stop, because I want to see what it looks like with the wreath above it. It's quite a big, colourful wreath, and I think it might be a bit too much if I put too much in the garland. So I've got a little orange pumpkin here that I've just hot glued a pipe cleaner to, and that's what I'm going to put in the centre of my bow here. And you'll see why when the wreath goes up, because I have a couple of those. Up for our spooky afternoon tea is our servery. Now you can see through here, this is actually our kitchen, which is very handy when we're entertaining, but it does sort of impact on any decor that I might put around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sort of mesh or streamers or something there. I actually picked up a couple of things from Kmart that I think will work really well, and I've also got some plain black cotton similar to the cotton that I'm using just for the curtain to break this area up. So hang out with me for a bit longer and we will decorate up the servery, ready for our spooky afternoon tea. Skelly and I are enjoying a well-earned break, having worked our fingers to the bone and having got everything ready for our weekend next weekend, having a spooky afternoon tea with my grandchildren and some friends. I would definitely add a little bit more to the end of this video, just showing you the actual event and how it all came on. But for now, cheers and happy Halloween. So it's the day before our spooky afternoon tea, and I've got all my bits out that I'm going to do for the actual food. I've got a list here. I'm doing some mummy frankfurts, some spider sandwiches, a spooky charcuterie board. I'm doing some mummy wafers, some chocolate cupcakes and red velvet cupcakes, and I've got some Halloween sprinkles and toppers and things for that. I'm going to make some plain cookies in the shapes of ghosts and hats and cats and things for the kids to decorate. That's going to be one of their activities. I'm also going to do some monster marshmallows and some eyeball cups, and then just a couple of pre-made things, some ghost cheese sticks, some cauldrons with some cheesels and twisties in there, and some lollipop fingers. Most of these things I just found on Pinterest, and just looked around for things that I thought would be good for kids, as well as the adults would be able to have a little nibble of them. So stay with me as I do a little bit of cooking, and then we will put it all on the servery tomorrow, and I'll show you how it all turned out. So I'm going to start on the cookie recipe. I found this one on Australia's Best Recipes. It's a basic biscuit dough, and I'm going to use that to do my monster cookies, and then do another batch, which I will then use some of my cookie cutting shapes that I've picked up, because that's going to be one of the things that the kids are going to do tomorrow. I was really happy with the way everything turned out. Isabel and Charlotte were very excited, and you can see here they have their costumes on, ready for the party to begin. All the food turned out really well and suited our party theme perfectly, and there wasn't much left, so that's a good sign. The kids loved all the games and activities, including a Halloween version of Heads Up, some cookie decorating and a piñata. The whole afternoon was lots of fun, and some beautiful memories were made. Now, if you love creating, decorating and celebrating, I think you will love our Celebration Central Facebook group. It's a great place with very supportive and friendly members who share loads of ideas. I host weekly lives, as well as giveaways and exclusive member-only specials to our 2 online stores, The Christmas Cart and Gifts and Keepsakes. I would love to get to know you over there, so come and join me. I'll pop the link below. Well, that's it from me for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some ideas and inspiration. Because remember, life is meant to be celebrated.